Hey there, buddy. CFL Jim here with my Week 14 recap of the CFL action. What a week this was. We got a lot of rematches, and I think some things for the postseason are starting to fully line up and come into place. Let's get into it. At game number 1, I had the British Columbia Lions versus the Montreal Alouettes, with the Alouettes winning 31-10. I think the Lions, without Nathan Rourke, are just nothing. He was the glue holding this machine together. They're still number 2 in the West, but that's slipping and falling and sliding and not looking pretty. They just look lost on offense. Meanwhile, the Montreal Alouettes, the chaos continues. They show up when no one thinks they will. I'm basically, as a gambler, I'm just going to take the Montreal Alouettes every time they're underdogs and fade them every time they're favorites, because no one knows how to predict this team. I just don't understand them whatsoever. And the BC O-line, back to them, just awful. Not good. I don't know what it was. This was a game of turnovers, and Alouettes just capitalized. That pick 6 to seal it away was just the nail in the coffin. You always felt that the Lions, like, a 10-point gap is a long ways. An 11-point gap is almost insurmountable. But then they had the pick 6, and it was just nail in the coffin. It was just dunzo, lights out, bye-bye. Takeaways for the game for the Montreal Alouettes. Keep doing what you're doing. You're still kind of fighting for the East. You're in that second place spot right now. I think you're sitting pretty. Watch out for the Redblacks, but the East is chaotic. For the BC Lions, I don't know. I feel like you got to start Vernon Adams at this point and see what he could do. But without Nathan Rourke, I feel like this team is just lost. Game number 2 of the Toronto Argonauts versus the Ottawa Redblacks, with the Argonauts winning 24-19. The Redblacks continue their home losing streak. They just hate their fans. The Redblacks and the Elks hate their fans. I just don't know what this is. Arbuckle couldn't keep his winning streak alive, but kind of saw that one coming. The Argonauts just are kind of turning it on. They're actually becoming consistent, which is a weird thing for me to say. I never thought I'd say this, but they're looking good. They're looking consistent, and they're looking dangerous. They're the team to beat in the East. This Toronto team pulling away, and I think they're solid. They've got a baseline of solid with some really fun chaos, like energy going in for them, and I like it. I like where this Argos team is at right now. Takeaways for each team. For the Redblacks, you just see if you can play every game on the road. I don't know what more to tell you. Just see if you can play every game on the road. For the Argonauts, just keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing great. You're fun to watch, and you're exciting. Like, this is a good time to be an Argos fan. I'm about to shit my pants. Game number 3, we had the Saskatchewan Rough Riders taking on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, with the Bombers winning this one 54-20, and it wasn't even really that close. The Bombers had their way with the Riders. We got the real bad Cody Fajardo in this game. It was not pretty for the Riders fans out there. It was just, Zach Collaros could do whatever he wanted, but the Riders are just not good. I don't know. I think Zach Collaros heard that I was talking shit on him. He just went full on Big Dick Daddy Zach mode on it, and he showed me. He showed all of Riders Nation that the Bombers are not to be fucked with, and I think they got the memo. The West is still in a weird spot, and with BC being as bad as they are, the Riders have some potential wiggle room, but I mean, it doesn't even matter. Like, they're never going to beat the Bombers, so I don't know. Takeaways for each team. Blue Bombers, Big Dick Daddy of Saskatchewan, just keep doing what you're doing. For the Riders, I don't know, man. Cody Fajardo is weird. I like the guy. The offensive line is still terrible. It's a wash. I don't know what to do for you guys anymore. Game number 4, the Calgary Stampeders versus the Edmonton Elks. The Stampeders winning this one 56-28. Elks, you have heart, you have fight, but the Stamps got out to an early lead. A early pick 6 for Corndog for Taylor Cornelius didn't help matters. But even for a decent chunk of this game, it felt like the Elks could be in it. It's just they couldn't claw back the deficit that they dug themselves into in the first quarter. And you're admirable. This was still kind of a funnish game, The Stampeders are kind of cementing themselves as the second best team in the CFL, I think. I think that's what this was a statement for that. And again, the Elks at home still haven't won since 2019. Same story with Ottawa. Like, these are just two teams you just fade them at home. Just don't even trust them. They hate their fans that come to the games, and I don't understand. Not too much to say with blowouts like these. I can't say a ton of stuff when teams get blown out. There's just not too much to take away. Like, this is just kind of footage you burn. Takeaways for each team. Edmonton, just burn this footage. Forget about it. You just got to move on to next week. And, like, you're playing with heart. You're a competitive team. You're fun to watch a lot of the times. But just put this one in the rear view and forget about it. For the Calgary Stampeders, you've shown that you can have an offense. Your running backs are always going to be good. I think Jake Maier is your guy going forward. And I'm excited to see what this team can do for the rest of the season. They're going to be very, very fun to watch. This defense also is still really, really good. That'll do it for Week 13. That moves us on to the CFL Power Rankings for the Week 14 CFL slate. CFL Jim's Power CFL Rankings of all the CFL teams of the CFL for Week 14. CFL. At number 9, give me the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Did not play this week, but they still left a bad taste in my mouth. They're not good. Not good whatsoever. At number 8, give me the Ottawa Redblacks. Nick Arbuckle has you guys better, but I don't know where really you're at as a program. At number 7, give me the Edmonton Elks. You can basically flip-flop Edmonton and Ottawa, and I wouldn't be upset. Number 6, give me the Saskatchewan Roughriders. You're in a weird spot right now, especially with Cody Fajardo playing like that. Number 5, give me the Montreal Alouettes. Pure chaos. Don't know what to think of you. You're weird. You're weird. Number 4, give me the BC Lions. This is a steep fall for them. Nathan Rourke was apparently that entire team. He was the glue holding everything together, and they're just not good without him. At number 3, give me the Toronto Argonauts. They're in a really good spot right now. They're looking very feisty, looking very fun. They're a team to watch out for. At number 2, give me the Calgary Stampeders. Again, offense under Jake Maier looking great. This defense is still good. They're in a really good spot right now. At number 1, give me the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, kind of cementing themselves back on top with that routing of the Rough Riders. This Bombers team is good. They are flat out just straight up good. And CFL is going to be exciting. Only 7 more weeks left. We only got 6, I think. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 7 weeks left. I can do math. It's kind of shaping up to be Winnipeg, Calgary, and BC over on the west. And then Toronto, Montreal, and I guess Ottawa for the east. So it's interesting. There's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, and I'm excited to see how this season plays out for the rest of the year. I'm CFL Jim. This has been CFL Recap. I love you guys.